Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dino Escape Roar Attack Kentrosaurus. Now, it's really cool that Mattel actually went ahead and made a figure of Kentrosaurus, because Kentrosaurus is actually one of my favorite stegosaurids. A lot of my nostalgia with this animal comes from the game, I think it came out like 2008, 2004, something like that, but a lot of my nostalgia with this animal comes from the game Zoo Tycoon 2, and the Kentrosaurus in that game is actually one of the better looking dinosaurs in that game. But to be fair, the other dinosaurs in that game are just kind of, well, whatever that is. But yeah, no, overall, Kentrosaurus is a really cool animal, and yeah, I'm glad to see that they made a figure of it. And of course, this is because this is in, Camp Cretaceous or whatever, but, still cool either way, so yeah. Anyway, I don't really have a whole lot else to say, so honestly, let's just get right into this. Of course, to start this review, we'll take a look at the paint. And the painting on this figure, it's alright. Nothing crazy, it's alright. So, most of the figure here is this very bright shade of brown, like a tannish color, which I think looks nice. We have these little, black spots throughout, which I actually think, does add to the figure. I do like that. Very minor, but, again, it's nice. The backside of the plates here and the spikes are painted this brown. And we do have some brown stripes going down the body, which are painted pretty nicely. The shoulder spikes here are also painted pretty nicely. Well, they're just one solid piece, but still they look nice. The underside of the figure here is this tannish color, but unfortunately it just kind of stops there. It doesn't really continue throughout the rest of the body, but, it's Mattel. What else do you expect? The toenails are not painted, so we're just going to go right over the head. And this is a very minor thing. I hate when they do this, but, they paint the eyes, but they don't paint the pupils. So we just have these weird, brown-looking pupils. This animal looks like it's blind or sick or something. I get it. These are, very cheap $14 figures, whatever. I get it. But, would it be so much you just dab a little piece of black right there? I mean, it's not that hard to do. I mean, I'll probably do it on screen right now when I'm editing this, but, yeah, that just looks so much better. But, other than that, it's not the end of the world. Of course, underneath the feet here, we have the Jurassic World logo, and we have the scan code. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. And overall, it's not bad. It's not great by any means, but for a $14 toy, I think it's fine. So the painting on this figure, I'd say gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this guy is actually pretty cool. So we have a ball joint at the neck right here, which is really nice. You can have them look around in all sorts of different directions. The front legs can move forward about that much and backwards about that much, though this spike does get in the way. And they can move outwards like so. And the back legs here, I think, can do a 360. Nope. They could, but again, this spike gets in the way, though. You could just move the body, and there you go. And the back legs can spread just like that. Lastly, we have this ball joint at the end of the tail, which I think is really nice. And then, of course, the gimmick here. We talked about this when I reviewed the Roar Attack Ceratosaurus, but there's a switch right here. And if you move it forward, I think that's a stegosaurus sound from Jurassic World. I could be wrong, but it makes sense why they include that. But still, I don't know, stegosaurus. And yeah, I think it's really cool how they didn't do something with the tail, but they instead did something with spikes here. They kind of used that as an attack, which is really neat, and I like that. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure, and the articulation here is nice. I like it. So, yeah, the articulation here, I'd say gets a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure is nice. I like it. I would have preferred if they went with the Jurassic World Evolution design for the Kentrosaurus, but, of course, this is based off of the one from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, which, even in that case, I wish that show went with the Jurassic World Evolution design, but that's just me. I don't hate this design for the Kentrosaurus, but I don't know. To me, it just seems like a copy and paste of the Stegosaurus model, which I'm already not the biggest fan of, as far as the Jurassic World movies go. not a big fan of that stego design, but yeah, they just like touched up upon some things and called it Kentrosaurus. But I don't know, I just think the Jurassic World Evolution model looks way nicer, but that's just me. Overall, I think the sculpting here still looks really nice and it gets the job done. It does a good job representing the show, or what's in the show, so yeah, the sculpting on this figure is good, so I'd say it gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is really nice, so let's take a closer look. So as you can see here, in the face here, all of the scales and all the musculature and everything like that, the detailing here is very nice, very well defined. And throughout the body, all the scales and all the wrinkles and everything like that, again, just looks great. And even the forelimbs here, just a lot of really nice detailing here, a lot of great musculature. And yeah, overall, just everything here just really nicely defined. And this like nice scaling and like wrinkling going on just goes throughout the figure. Which again looks great. A lot of really nice detailing in the legs here. I like the musculature in the leg. But yeah, going to the tail here. Again, we have more of these really nice looking creases and scales. And again, a lot of really nice musculature. The spikes in the back here are also detailed pretty nicely, as well as the plates here. I think they are detailed very nicely as well. Just a lot of great defining here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the detailing. And the detailing on this figure is actually really nice. So the detailing, let me just center this guy, sorry. The detailing on this figure, I'd say gets a pass. Now we'll do some size comparisons. Here is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Stegosaurus. Yes, this is the only Stegosaurus I've bothered to buy between Fallen Kingdom and now. I know there's been a bunch like the Dual Attack one or the Mega, whatever you want to call it, and then recently they had the Destructosaurus or whatever they're called, but I don't know. Like it just I'm not really a big fan of the Jurassic World Stego design, so that's why I just mainly stuck with this guy. So, yeah. Here is the Dual Attack Ceratops. And here is the Roar Attack Ceratosaurus. And like usual, here we have some hand sanitizer. Dr. Billy Grant. And I think these two scale pretty nicely together. And because he's on my desk, here is the Jack Specific 2.5-inch Sonic the Hedgehog. So, there you go. So at the end of the day, should you get this guy? Honestly, I'd say yeah. I mean, it's not a fantastic figure, it's not the best thing in the world, but for a $14 toy, honestly, it's not that bad. You know, the mechanism, which I didn't really talk about, the mechanism on this figure, you know, the switch thing, I think it feels really nice, really sturdy, not like fragile at all, so I think that's great. And yeah, overall, this is just a nice looking Kentrosaurus. Like I said, it's not amazing, but this is a $14 toy, so honestly, I'm not too bothered. Usually, I'd be a lot more nitpicky, but lately, this year, I've actually had a job, so I've been able to afford much more higher-end figures, like a lot of SH Monster Arts, Godzilla figures, and whatnot. So, yeah. So something like this, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me as much anymore, now that I have money. So, yeah, it's just a neat little Kentrosaurus figure, and yeah, I like it. Not bad at all. So for 14 bucks, honestly, you can't go wrong. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.